Hello, friends. Welcome. We're gonna have fun today. I'm ready. I am emotionally prepared. So, let's explain what we're gonna do today. I am going to do my commissions real quick to give more people time to come in. Just really quick, like. We're gonna do Imaginarium Theater. And because I was on vacation and haven't been able to do it yet. And then we're gonna get Ganyu's Echo. And I will be using whatever successful run I get this stream as what I'm going to use as the content I'm going to use to make the tutorial. So I'm not a streamer. I don't stream. I've like almost never streamed before. I have a few times, but generally speaking, I kind of more so prefer to make like packaged content, I guess. Like I prefer to like edit my stuff before putting it out. So if any of you are tuning in for the first time, it might be a little bit of a different experience. This isn't the norm for me. So we're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna I imagine this will be pretty casual. I can't envision this being too hard on account of the fact that Ganyu is my main. Ganyu has been my main ever since she came out. And I'm going to mention all this in the tutorial as well when I eventually do it, but I have already gotten a comment saying that this one is apparently really stupid. So I'm looking forward to that. Those are my favorites. Hello, Juicito. Thank you. I'm glad to know someone enjoys my BB Tag content, because that game is my passion, and not that many people watch them, but I love the game. I'm not going to stop making content for the game. I think it's great. It's my favorite fighting game of all time. Even still.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Maybe I'll stream BB Tag at some point. I can't possibly envision getting enough, like, people who care about that game to stream it. But, maybe. I would love to.
No touching.
I've entered one or two tournaments for it. Generally speaking, I'm not like a tournament player. I just don't find the tournament environment as fun. But that the game's great. My next BB Tag video is actually going to be like a very big one. It's going to be a very big production one, because if you've been following the series, you know we're doing Jin next.
We're way behind schedule.
And that is a character very near and dear to my heart. So I'm going to be doing some special stuff for that. Special stuff for the first Jin episode. But we're doing Genshin today. I don't know how many people watch stream VODs. Like, streaming is not really something that I'm too familiar with on, like, video production, so sort of experimenting a little today.
Rise with the sun.
But I'm ready for it. I got my Ganyu shirt. I got my, well, my controller is Farina. Because I do have a Ganyu skin, and I got a new controller for Christmas, so I'm probably going to put that on that. So I guess I'm ever so slightly unprepared. But I'm emotionally prepared, you know? Yeah, BB Tag's great. And I'm not... If you've sort of been following the like, commentary that I've given during my series, I'm not a fighting game player. I don't really like fighting games much at all. And the reason that I am so into BB Tag is because of like the BlazBlue story. It's just so good. But you won't catch me on most fighting games. Like, you'll catch me on Multiversus, but as we all know, that's not a fighting game. I do play some Guilty Gear. I think it'd be fun to make another Guilty Gear video. I only ever made the one. But Guilty Gear is fun because that game has like an active community. So it's very easy to like jump on and play people. Whereas with BB Tag, I don't know what system you play on, but these days in BB Tag, if you get on BB Tag to try to play some games, you're either going to find no one, or you're going to find like noobs who just picked up the game, or you're going to find like the best players in the community. It's really hard to find like nice moderate level players to play against who are more so about where I am.
Thank you for
It's like better than average, but not like that tournament level, you know?
Haven't you?
Yeah, I've been playing BlazBlue since Continuum Shift 1. Kindling. And I just fell in love with the story. I don't know what kind of like video content I could make around BlazBlue's story, but I'd love to make some. So let's spend some resin real quick. I just did I just finished up the Natlan Act yesterday because I got home like 3 days ago, and then the day after I like was busy doing family stuff and like making up for being gone for so long. So only yesterday I finally got to like try to catch up on my Genshin. And I did the Natlan story, and it was pretty dang good. I'm not going to talk about it because this is a Genshin stream, and there's probably a high likelihood some people will drop by or watch the VOD who have not played it. And I want to be considerate of spoilers and whatnot. Do I have a favorite gag ending? Okay, it's funny you mentioned that, because I actually have, like, a video I'm doing where I'm very familiar with most of BlazBlue's story, but I have never seen the Continuum Shift Extend gag endings. And so I was actually going to make a series where I, like, reacted to those, but, editing that is sort of, like, slow to a crawl. I'm gonna do it eventually. But, to get back to your inquiry, I mean, the Ragna Ghost Ship is just a classic, right?
Healthy body, healthy...
Ragna Ghost Ship is a classic. A lot of the ones that they added in Continuum Shift Extend were really good. Like the Makoto family reunion and the Relius and Kokonoe switching people's bodies. That crap was all great as well. Maybe I'll make a tier list for it. Because I'd have to, like, really look at them and think if I wanted to, like, rank them. I guess I don't have a definitive favorite off the top of my head. I probably would if I looked at
We're
them.
way behind schedule.
Hold on to your hats.
It's always been like one of my dreams, just while we're still talking about BlazBlue, because I'm about to like get into Imaginarium Theater, and I'd like to talk about Genshin for anyone who watches the VOD who wants to like watch it for Genshin. But it's always been like a dream of mine ever since like voice AI has become a thing, to like get samples for all the characters and try to like do a voice AI dub of the entirety of Central Fiction's story. Because we just got tragically shafted out of getting an English dub for the climax of the plot. But 11 Labs is a ripoff, which is also why you haven't seen another BlazBlue AI video from me. I actually started working on one because every now and then I buy a little bit of it to like make a gag for my BB Tag series. But generally speaking, it's not worth it. And so I've been trying to, like, make another BB Tag voice AI video, but until we get a more reasonably priced alternative, that may have to wait. Okay, so here we go. We're going into the thick of it. We're going to Imaginarium Theater. Let's go. Let's go. I love that it gives me Kaya as, like, one of the characters you have to use. That's comedy. So we're doing Fire, Ice, Geo. Okay. So let me set up my supporting cast for the 0 people on my friends list who may desire my help. So let's see. My Chiori's pretty good. My Arlecchino is kind of just a necessary character. I do think that Pyro has been surprisingly weak for a while. I think Arlecchino has kind of become a necessity. At least if you're playing on the higher level. I don't think, like, Genshin's hard. I don't think that anything in this game requires you to, like, have good characters or optimize anything except for Spiral Abyss Floor 12. Aside from Spiral Abyss Floor 12, which isn't really even worth it, right? You don't really need good characters for, like, anything. Oh, Ayato's a guest star? Throw him in there. Cloud Retainer. Eula. My Eula's not bad. Who else do I want to throw in there? My Dia's okay. Dio or Albedo, probably. Or Shilonen. Eh. I don't think Shilonen's that great. Like, I think I'm in the minority on that. I'll throw in Albedo. I feel like... I don't know why I'm even thinking about this. No one's gonna borrow characters from me. Alright, boys. Let's see what we're dealing with today. See, that guy... I'm forgetting what that middle boss is off the top of my head. So we're gonna need some ice for that third boss, and then the Mountain King. Okay. So, my Diluc is poop, so of course we have to use him. My Bennett has a 5-star weapon. My Ganyu... Ganyu is the only character I have who I actually have a 5-star weapon on that has a Refine. I have her a Refine 2 Amos bow. Broken. Use my... I'm just gonna use my characters. I don't need level 20 artifacts. Okay. Do I want to do supporting cast? I kind of don't. Like, I forgot it the last 2 times. Oh, Zeno Crystal has a Mavuika. Mine is not leveled up yet. You know what? I'm gonna borrow Zeno's Mavuika. I'm gonna tell him to watch this stream. Tell him I borrowed his Mavuika. I have finally remembered supporting cast. So, Jilonin, huzzah, 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 huzzah. Eula, Ayaka, Arlecchino, Dia. I want to bring me. Like, I haven't leveled up my... I just unlocked Fire Me yesterday. So I don't have my talents leveled up at all. But I want to bring me for the memes. I don't think I'm ever going to realistically bring me to an Envisaged Echoes... Or, not Envisaged Echoes, to an Imaginarium theater run. So I'm going to bring me. Bring Kachina. Layla's alright. Bring Zhongling. We'll bring Layla. What's my spread looking like? We're running low on ice? I could bring Shinhei and Risley. Risley's not bad. I really like Rosaria, but I just don't think she's, like, that good. I'll bring Shinhei and Risley. I've actually been building Aloy. Like, I build everyone, right? Because I own every character in the game, and I play this game every day, so I try to, like, get everyone built. But I've actually been leveling up Aloy's artifacts, is what I mean. And part of me wants to use her, but I refuse to on principle because she's a Horizon character. Alright, I think that's good. We're not gonna need Yoimiya. Like, the only other character... Like, Linny's okay. Hu Tao's okay. My Hu Tao isn't very good. Like, I could cut me for Hu Tao or Linny, but... I want me for the memes. So... I think this is good. I think this is good. I love doing this mode. This mode is so effing fun. Okay, so let's get our buffs. Let's go ahead and get a companion. Follow the logic. It's Toma's birthday? Oh, crap. Well, now I have to bring him. Now I have to, like... Dang, now I want to bring him. It is Toma's birthday. I got the mail last night at, like, midnight.
A pleasure to be working with you.
F it. Now that you've said that, I gotta bring him. I gotta bring him. I don't even know what I have on my Toma. Who do I cut for Toma? Maybe a Geo character? I don't need Kachina. I'll cut Kachina for Toma. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we're good. It is hot in here. I need to turn this fan on. Alright. We're actually in a better position because I wanted more buffs. So Oh, well, we have to get a companion anyway. Pfft. Let's pull Tomo real quick. Check this out. Dang it. I'll bring me.
There's still a long road ahead.
Grab the mystery cache. I don't want either of these. I guess I'll do that. I'll grab that official. Give me this buff. Let's see. Damage dealt. Alright. Well, it's just stage 1, so these are all probably going to be easy. I don't want to do this one. Those things go into the ground. That's no fun. Let's do this one. Now remember, we got to follow the logic from my Imaginarium theater video. We have to use our worst characters first. You all probably know this, right? Y'all have played this mode. Is Chaska my second favorite? No, but Chaska is my main now. Because, when I get every character in the game, and when I got Chaska, for one, Chaska is the only character in the game that can do elemental, like, damage that's not her own, or at least to my knowledge. She literally just shoots the elements of your team members, which is broken. But also, when I got Chaska, Chaska doesn't really have a 4-star bow, because I don't roll for weapons, right? So Chaska doesn't really have a 4-star bow that's, like, good for her. Aside from, like, one that you get from the, like, weapon banner. So I told myself, okay, I'm gonna do one 10x on the weapon banner, try to get, like, a 4-star bow that's good for her. And I pulled her 5-star bow, so she's by far my best character now, and I can't even dispute it. Like, even with Ganyu, like, Amos bow, Refined 2, Chaska's just ridiculous. Now, my favorite character might be, like, Navia. Like, Navia, Ganyu, Kokomi, Farina, Nahida, all contenders. But in terms of, like, power level, Chaska's, like, in a tier of her own. Alright, so who am I bringing for this? I have to, probably Diluc. Yeah, the Diluc Kaya team. So if you watched my Diluc video, you know. My Diluc is not very good.
Dodge this.
So interesting thing about this mode,
Nature.
you don't get anything, to my knowledge, for, like, getting all the stars, aside from, like, an achievement, right? But I have to get them all, because, like, this mode was designed for people who try to, like, get and build as many characters as possible, which is exactly what I do. I don't try to get, just a few characters and try to, like, maximize them as much as possible for the sake of,
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it.
for the sake of Spiral Abyss. So I feel like this mode was designed for me. So I actively try, even if I don't get anything for it, to get all the stars in this mode.
Cool it. Oh, so sorry. Dawn, break forth.
So, we reset. Okay, let me actually, like, look at this team. Yeah, this team should be fine. I just need to be on point about it. On point about my ability cooldowns.
Steady as...
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze! Frostbite! Flames! Purge! Cool it!
The Natland craftable, I guess. I have that, I have the Natland craftable bow on my Auroron. I got that too. I got a rank 5 one of those for him.
Leave it all to me.
Cool it! Frostbite! Dodge this!
Woo! The 1 second to spare. Let's go. That's why we bring me. That's why we bring me.
How are you coping with the battles so far?
Cope?
I can't always check how you're faring in the middle of a fight. Hopefully you're not pushing yourself too hard. If any of our foes give you a hard time, send them my way.
I finished cleaning the place, and nobody needs my
Yeah.
help right now. The dishes are washed, and the coffee and snacks I prepared as a thank you gift are ready to serve. If it's not too much of an imposition, would you mind giving me some guidance on my sword work?
I should do Noelle's, not just Noelle's, but like anyone's hangout event sometime. I only ever did Barbara's. It's like the most neglected piece of content in the game for me.
If I know you, you won't stop until you've plumbed the depths of this domain and uncovered every secret it hides. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing but admiration for the people who see things through to the end, whatever path they're on. But you never know what price you'll have to pay to reach your destination. The unfortunate reality is, it's up to the whims of fate.
Where the whims of fate may lead us. Do I have fun playing Kanichi? I have fun playing Kanichi. Like, he might be like the most fun character for exploration. He's super fun. Like combat, I don't think it's as fun. Combat, you basically like attach his web to someone and then like swing around them and shoot, which is fun in its own way. He's pretty dang good. Like, I don't even have, like, his, I just have the Battle Pass sword on him. I don't have it leveled up at all, as you can see. He's still hitting, like, 60k. I had the Natland sword on him, this one. But I think that the Battle Pass one's just as you can see, I have the Battle Pass one on just, like, 10 characters, because I think it's just so good for, like, everyone. Like, I wanted to give him this, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, Serpent Spine's just better. But yes, I do have fun playing Kanichi. I love his movement. When I figured out that, like, if you use his R2 ability, you will not take fall damage, no matter, like, no matter how long it takes for you to touch the ground or how high up you are. That crap was peak. Cloud Retainer should have had something like that. Do not want to lose all my flowers, please. Those are dudes. Those are dudes. Those are dudes. I think these are the easiest dudes. I'm probably just gonna use the same exact team.
There's no end to my lucky day. Flames, purge! Let's get down to business. Freeze! There's more!
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Fall before me! Lay waste to the wicked!
Steadiest.
Freeze.
Take this! This isn't over!
Cool it. Oh, so sorry.
Ooh. I think we take the Risley. Like, when I first started playing this mode, I'm like, dang, the alternate cast members are just, or the special guest stars are just broken because they just let you get elemental reactions you otherwise wouldn't have been able to get. But then I realized that you're going to get a lot of your damage in this mode from, like, the buffs that you only get for elemental reactions between, like, the elements that are focused on for the season. And when I realized that, they just became not as good. I'm probably going to pick him. For that reason.
Thank you for inviting me to join your domain exploration team. I have to learn to defeat powerful enemies if I want to become a knight.
By the way, let me know how good the sound is. Like the sound of the game versus my microphone. Because the last time I streamed, it was Disgaea 7. Which has the lowest volume out of any PlayStation 5 game I've ever played. I want to get back to that at some point, by the way. And so I just had to, like, guess what would be correct for Genshin.
When it's time to go into battle, I will give it everything I have.
I had a phase once where I did exactly what you're doing now. Constantly exploring dangerous domains and confronting powerful enemies. But what drove me to do it wasn't any of the rules from the Knights of Favonius handbook. It was my personal convictions.
Cool.
Conviction helps you rise above your wounds and fatigue, and guides you forward into the light of dawn.
Do you want to know the trick to drinking hard liquor? It's all about pacing yourself.
God dang, Kaya.
Take a small sip, then give your taste buds some time to rest. The burning sensation spreads to your lips, then the aftertaste kicks in. Once you can take a breath in without tasting anything, then you can take your next sip. Stick to that pace, and even Death Afternoon loses its power over you. I like to think that the same principle applies in combat.
Okay, what are we doing? I have, like, Ganyu for this. Ganyu's, like, the best character for this boss, besides Chaska. Like, anytime I say X character is best for something, chances are Chaska's better. But other than Chaska, I love having Ganyu for this boss, so that works out. Let's get that. Ooh, the Mystery Cache rare, huh? So I'd be, like, forced to use... Oh, wait, no, I have 5 characters. Eh. Yeah. Let's just keep getting the buffs.
By royal decree.
The depths back.
Going in. Let's light it up.
Oh, did I mistime that? I haven't bought this boss in a while.
Oz, reveal thyself. Born of ice and frost.
Hello, Vajera
Access denied.
cannot. Hello, friend.
They never miss. All hail.
Cascade.
Yeah, that's fine. I started about, actually, you're not late at all. I started about half an hour ago. And, we're on stage 3. We're on stage 3 of the Imaginarium Theater. Which we have promptly finished. I think my Albedo is better than my Zhongli. Yeah, so I'll pick Zhongli for the earlier stages. Viajara Kanant. Interesting.
I wonder how tough things will get as we keep going. Funnily enough, that's a question I rarely ask myself. I've always felt that so long as I focus on doing everything within my power to complete all of my duties, I'll take whatever troubles lie ahead in my stride. And if that still doesn't solve the problem, well, that just means I didn't work as hard as I should have, right?
Oh, canon traveler? Lumine isn't canon. Have you seen how Seat Lolly acts around you? Canon.
It is often fearsome foes with brute force alone. The first step should always be to analyze your enemy. Identify the source of his strength. This will point you towards his weakness. Then you can direct your energies more efficiently in combat.
I'm so glad I picked Ether. I remember when I first started
Call
this
it
game.
cunning, if you will, but there is no shame in this.
It's funny
Extraordinary feats are accomplished
because
through extraordinary measure.
I didn't even know this game like, I played this game the day it came out. But I did not know this game existed before the day it came out. Like, one of my friends are like, let's try that new free open world anime game. And I tried it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pick Ether. Or, I'm gonna pick the male twin. We didn't call it Traveler back then, we called it the twin. Which I tried to keep going as long as I could. But the game just refused to let me call him that, so it's Traveler now.
That's a question I rarely... I've always felt that so long... And if that still doesn't solve...
And I picked the male, and I'm like, this game might have dating mechanics. And I have to make sure that I'm the male for that. Oh, I see. I understand.
Huh? This is supposed to be out of print.
This is like the
I've been
best
looking
official
for
quote,
this
by the
for
way.
Ages. I can't believe it. I wonder what else there is around here that I've been missing. I mean, the scrolls of destiny that anchor this realm in time and space make for a rather interesting read. Oz, lend me thy beak and lift the veil.
I also
of
like
darkness
being Ether
by the power
because
of my Ode de Verurtelang.
when I'm Ether, like, I like to imagine, because Dane Sleeth is my favorite character in the game, by the way. I like to imagine that Dane Sleeth used to have this romance with Lumion. It's not like I ship them or anything, I just like to imagine that's part of their history, which, it sort of just adds to the lore, you know? This sunlight is extreme, let's get rid of that.
If it's okay with you, I think we should check all the pillars in this room, just to make sure they're sturdy. If I spend too long in one place, sooner or later, accidents happen. It's not me I'm worried about. But if I'm gonna keep on adventuring with you, we gotta make sure everybody else is safe.
It's also more immersive, you know? Because that's a guy, and I'm a guy. I do pick the female protag in Pokemon, but that's about it. I love it when Fischl breaks her character. That's the best.
Can't sleep? Let's go for a walk.
Oh, this is a monolith challenge? It's always hard doing these without Kazuha or Venti. Or, like... Sucrose, I guess. With Faruzan. But I haven't used them in a long, long time. I would like to. They're fun. Fischl in particular is very fun. Yeah, I don't think you were here for this, but I just mentioned how just yesterday I did Act 5 of the Natlan storyline, and I unlocked male me, or not male me. I unlocked Pyro me.
Cold. Learn to command. The night is cold. Hey there! Watch out!
And I haven't leveled up talents or anything, but it actually seems pretty good.
Mind the damage.
Hey there! Watch out! A proper send down from the stick. Don't be scared. At the right
The depths beckon.
Hey there!
Oh, well, that's a rip. Okay, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this?
Booba, get them! Hey-ya! Watch out! Hey, the night is cold.
Kamisato Art. Suiyu.
Cold. Mine's a command. Watch out! Tap.
Cascade.
Wow, this is hard. Even if you, like, distract them, their things still linger around it.
Attack! That's nice and spicy. Hey there!
The depths beckon.
My guiding stars. Hey there! Eat this!
This one's hard. Yeah, I did a little talent material farming today. Not a lot, though. There's no rush. I play this game every day. I'll get them eventually.
Don't be scared.
Mind the deluge.
The night is cold.
Cascade.
Yeah, let's go for the freeze. This seems the correct thing to do.
Watch out! Watch out! You're toast! At the fry pan, into the fire!
Yeah,
Fire!
it's funny you say that, because it seems that I like have a thing for characters like that, because every time there is a character with a design like that, it's like my favorite character. Like, my profile pic is of Jin Kisaragi from BlazBlue, another game I make content for, and Jin Kisaragi is my favorite fictional character of all time. And when I play this game, like, Dane's Sleeve, the first time we were doing the first Dane's Sleeve quest, and we were in that domain, and we were at the end of it, and I remember so vividly, he said, "The Abyss," in, like, the Sasuke revenge voice, right? Because it's Sasuke's voice actor. And it just hit. It just hit so hard, and I'm like, dang, that's my favorite character in this game for sure. Which, of course, means that he's not going to come out until, like, 2030, but that's okay. And, continuing that trend, I also really love, Dimitri from Fire Emblem Three Houses, who also has, like, the same, like, design, the, like, short blonde hair and the, like, blue aesthetic, and some of the same personality traits. And I love Dimitri, I love Jin, I love Dane's Leaf. I don't do much cosplay. I've done, like, maybe 5 or 6 cosplays in my life. Those characters are 3 of them, and I don't know why. It has nothing to do with the design, but they all were just my favorites, and they just happened to have the same design. And it's very interesting how that works. Maybe they teach you something in, like, design school about how, like, personality traits are supposed to be paired with certain aspects of a character's visual design. I know that stuff like that exists. I'm a writer, not a visual artist, so I wouldn't know anything about that. But I just thought it's really interesting how, like, those characters all just happen to look very similar, and I love all of them. Who's more messed up in the head, Jin or Dimitri? Probably Jin. Jin has the power of order and Yuki Anasa consciously effing up his mind. And he's also like you could say, yeah, Dimitri's seen a lot of death. He's a war veteran. You gotta remember, Jin is also a war veteran. Which is why I think it's stupid that, like, Ruby characters could beat the hero of a car, like these BlazBlue characters who've been to war, but that's another story. I always go off on that tangent whenever something like that comes up. Anyway, Chiori. You wish Bang and Jin had a rival theme?
Assuming that the books here aren't for lending out? In that case, I guess I'll have to read as much as I can while I'm here and take
I always
detailed
thought
notes
that
on that story.
it's sad
I'm sure the children
that
of
we did
Wasana
not
love
get
to hear
Childish Killer in BB Tag because it's easy away there instead of Tsubaki.
Also, I
Such a
noticed
great
that some of
song,
the fairy
and it's the
tales
same
here
character.
really aren't suitable for children at all. Makes me curious what sort of quirky person could have written them.
We call that Witcher, Navia. Witcher 4 hype, by the way. I'm not into too many video game franchises, all things considered. Like, Red Dead Redemption, Dark Souls. I don't play any of that crap. But Witcher? I'm hyped for Witcher 4. And Kingdom Hearts 4, but I'll be dead before that comes out.
Only a handful of my more experimental dishes have made it onto the Wanmin restaurant menu. In most cases, it's because I think the texture isn't quite right, or the flavor needs a lot more work. But that doesn't mean I'm about to give up. I know there are tasty dishes out there waiting to be discovered, and I'll find them sooner or later.
Do y'all remember the Zhongling character quest? Probably one of the first quests you ever played in this game. Back when 4 stars could get character quests instead of just hangout events. Good times.
I have heard that Mondstadt's deity makes few demands of his people.
Oh, I've seen this one already. I made a whole bit about that in my most recent video.
I gathered the available data, did some analysis, and came up with some more effective battle strategies. Oh, I should write them down for her. I wonder if she'll be surprised when she wakes up. Well, sleepwalking time's almost up. Keep an eye on her in battle, won't you?
I'd love, like, a Layla story quest. I want to know what taking a course in the academia is like. In a world where elemental powers are a thing. Especially, like, as a vision holder, or as, like, me, because the twin can just use all the elements. I would love to know what that would be like. Ooh, companion pyro or companion random? What do I have left? My pyro characters left are all good, except Toma. We picked Toma because it's his birthday. So we're gonna save those for later. We're gonna get a companion random. This is just a mob fight, right? I don't want to fight those stupid wolves. We'll fight the dudes.
I am the man!
I think that, like, Fontaine is my favorite region. But I think that the inside of the academia, like, the academia, like, library, might be, like, my favorite area in Genshin. I love its design, and I wish there was either more of it, or you spent more time in there, or something like that. Toma is crazy if paired with Wriothesley. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I did bring both of them. Yeah, do you think that, actually, I have a thought about that. Hold up, I'm gonna use the restroom, I'll be right back. Alright. But, yeah. I've always wondered, it's always interesting to think about what they're gonna do with the game when they're done with Conria, because we're going to Snezhnaya this year, and I know about the leaks saying that Snezhnaya isn't coming till next year. That's false. Snezhnaya is coming this year. And then after that, it's Conria. And I thought we might have another region after that, the, like, Heavenly Principles region, or, like, Celestia or whatever. But there's more regions behind us than in front of us. So I've always been curious about what they're gonna do after. And it seems like they're leaning more in, like, another, like, other worlds direction. But I think it would be cool to, like, do time travel and go to, like, different periods of time, like, as the traveler. And then they could, like, reuse regions, but do new stories with them and do new designs and, like, have characters have different, like, designs for time periods. And you could see how, like, they evolve and change. Because it's kind of hard to do character development in a game like this, because there's a lot of quests where you can do them before or after certain other parts in the story, so it's kind of hard to make big, impactful events unless they're part of the main storyline that really change what a character is like. So I think it'd be really cool to have like a time skip version, either in the past or the future, where you can really see big changes in a character's personality or something like that. Anyway, what am I fighting? I'm fighting dudes? Okay. Okay. You just want a gag where the traveler opens and then quickly closes the door to ZZZ Star Rail. See, I've always thought, because I'm really trying to make something out of my channel now. I'm, like, really trying to hit that, like, point where I can start making ad revenue and maybe, just maybe, make a job out of making content. And I've always thought Genshin has been... hold on, let me think. Do I want to use Chiori and Ito? Yeah, sure, whatever. And I've always thought Genshin is what really caused me to get a surge in, like, viewership. And this is my only gacha game, mostly because my wallet can't afford it. But I've always thought, like, as someone who has no experience with Star Rail or with ZZZ, that it would be really fun to, like, when I get, like, something of a, like, when I become something of a bigger channel, if that ever happens, to, like, branch out and give the perspective of someone who has gotten every single character in this game since launch and missed, like, maybe fewer than 20 days in 5 years. What it's like to jump into something like Star Rail or ZZZ, never having played it before in the middle of the game's lifespan. Probably more ZZZ. I like the ZZZ character designs, and also I am much more of a fan of, like, Genshin's combat than I would be turn-based. That's really, like, something that's off-putting to me, is because when I think about, like, Star Rail and how it's turn-based, it reminds me of, like, Fate Go, which I've tried in the past, and having a gacha game have a turn-based combat system just feels like the biggest sort of, like you would hit paywalls, basically. Whereas in this game, I feel like, unless it's something that's timed specifically, I would be able to make something work, like, regardless of if my characters are leveled up or built correctly. I remember the first time we did the child fight. Like, I did the child fight for the Leeway quest line before they nerfed it. They nerfed it like a few weeks or months after it came out, I believe, if you weren't there for that, like, first few months of Genshin. And it just wasn't the same. And on top of it being much harder, I also did it immediately after Ascending World level, and immediately after Ascending World level, without good artifacts or weapons, before the nerf, that child fight felt like a Kingdom Hearts data fight. I'm not kidding. Like, I had to constantly have food It took me like 15 minutes to get through all 3 waves, and my characters were like bleeding out. And it was the best experience I've ever had on this game. It's a shame I will never have that again, and it's a shame no one else will ever have that again because they nerfed it.
What are we waiting for anyway? Come on, let's go! Or they'll start thinking we're scared of them.
But, that was all just to say that I love the Genshin combat system. Would sooner go to ZZZ. Turn-based is okay. Like, I like Persona. But I feel like it wouldn't work nearly as good in a gacha system.
Okay, yeah, we can hang around here for a little longer. Good thing I got this lava.
But going back to
tide me
Genshin,
over.
I'm really surprised, especially considering that Hoyoverse was the company that made Honkai Impact 3rd and had like all these crossovers. They had Evangelion characters in there and everything. That the only and like Genshin's like their biggest property now, right? It's so huge. And the only guest character they've had for it is effing Aloy. Like, even if you don't want to get like a third-party character, isn't Fischl in Honkai Impact? I would love some ZZZ or Star Rail characters in Genshin.
I'm only interested in capturing the
Especially considering they don't want to make the pro tag characters super broken. Like, you'll never see Traveler on the same tier as, like, Chaska, Ganyu, Nahida, Farina, right? It'd be great if they made it so that you could roll for, like, the Star Rail protagonist in Genshin and have him be, like, on a power level that he couldn't ever be in Star Rail because you have him by default. And they're able to just buff him because he's a character you have to roll for.
But don't worry. Even if I lose focus,
there's just so much.
Komoto will help you out.
So much they could do. Although I respect the fact that, they've really kept Genshin to its aesthetic. I feel like too many guest characters could ruin a game's aesthetic. And despite the fact that Aloy's in the game, it still feels like Genshin.
It's rest time now.
Star Rail characters might make it feel like a different sort of game. And characters in a world they don't belong.
Wait, no, that was it. We have something important to do in a minute, right? Yeah, I can't sleep now. But if I'm not well rested when we head off, I'm gonna mess things up for sure. I really don't know what to do.
I imagine you'll want to keep fighting soon. Do you want a bite to eat first? You know you love my cooking. You should never work on an empty stomach. More importantly, a proper meal will put you in a good mood, and you'll handle yourself better in a crisis. Here, some chopsticks for ya. Don't be shy now. Dig in.
All right, what are we waiting for anyway? Come. Oh, but I guess you need some time to organize the victory feast, right? You gotta.
I see a lot of people training in the art of the sword to pursue. I'm only interested in capturing the aesthetics of the sword. But don't worry. Even if I...
Okay. What we doing? Let's get this buff, right? Right? Question mark? Yeah, we have enough characters. Let's get this buff. And let's get this buff. Okay. Oh, this is a boss. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. What boss is this? Electra Regisvine? Shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be too hard. This is a pretty good team.
More speed.
Attaboy!
I haven't fought this boss in a long time either.
for mercy. Shut up.
I condemn you! More speed. Everybody stand back! Flood of frost!
Crush.
Rack and ruin! Beg for mercy. I am the cutting edge of fashion.
Let's roll! It's showtime!
Woo! Woo! Woo-hoo! Sayu? What's Sayu doing here? No, you're right. Ganyu is better for it. It's just that I want Ganyu for later, because Ganyu's one of my best characters. Usually I'd pick Sayu there because my D is better, but I'm out of fire. So, you know.
If it's okay with you, I think we should check all the pillars in this room. Just if I spent... It's not me.
Need a pillow? I can make one for you. I brought some cloth with me. I also have a nice soft blanket here if you need a comforter. Not interested? Well, I'm gonna take a nap anyway. Let me know when it's time to go.
Look, even if there are a couple of tough customers lurking around this place, what's there to worry about when you've got Arataki numero uno ito on your side, huh? Huh? There is nothing out there that you need to be afraid of. Let's see who actually has the guts to face me. Couple of whacks from my club will send him running back whence they came. Wapow! And if not, we'll let Ushi deal with him. Oh, anyway, no use fighting on an empty stomach. Hey, they do food here, right?
I love Ito's voice actor, man. He's having so much fun. The character was made for him.
Even if an enemy is strong enough to fend me off for today, that doesn't faze me. Sooner or later, they will get their comeuppance. My vengeance may not always be swift, but it is always final. In your case, though, I seriously doubt there are many enemies out there who have what it takes to send you away bearing a grudge.
Okay, do we go for the mystery cache rare? Couldn't badly. F it. Not bad. Actually, that doesn't really matter, but still. Geo, do I want Geo? Don't really want Geo. I want random. The Ridesley Albedo. I don't want to be forced to use Navia, so I'm gonna get Albedo.
Some in-the-field research?
Okay, which one of these is the easiest? Who am I gonna bring for this? Dia, Albedo, Fischl, Eula. We'll try this one.
By
this ancient power. Come into being.
Eye for an eye. Vengeance will be mine. Shudder. You asked for it. Crush.
Burst forth.
Oz revealed thyself.
Moment of birth.
Beg for mercy. Rack and ruin. I summon thee. Let's get it on. Ha! Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Ooh. We're coming into the last stages. I think it's time to start picking the better characters.
There's no rush to get to the next battle. It's critical to fully recover your strength if you want to stand the best chance of securing victory. Why don't we take some time to review the enemy threat and fine-tune our plan of attack? In my experience, the more thorough the plan, the sweeter the satisfaction when it all finally comes together.
In other words, Eula's also saying it's time to start picking the good characters.
Ah, so many books. Let's see here.
Not that Zhang Li's not good. But, you know,
This story is about a mercenary
everything
whose
hard
skill is
in
that
this
he's
game
an
is only
exceptional
hard
liar.
because of a stupid
He
time
goes and
limit.
gets himself hired by 3 different
Except in Mrs.
employers,
Echoes.
all
That's
of
why I think
which
they're
are
so cool.
mutual enemies.
Unless it's Deluxe.
And so, he's forced to spin ever more ludicrous lies to keep himself alive and keep the morrow rolling in. Pretty fun.
Those who lurk within this place are but lowly pawns, the last remnants of the usurper's army. By the time the Princessend of Ertelung stands before
Deluxe?
them, my bolts of downfall will
I
long
was
since
not...
severed their ties
The
with
Deluxe
forces of
tutorial,
fate.
which spawned Genshin
My
content on my
subjects will
channel,
surely sing
was
their
not
songs of
something I was
praise.
planning to
But
do.
the
I didn't go into that
princesses,
thinking
this
I'm gonna
is
make a
but one
tutorial.
more triumph to add
But
to the annals.
that crap was so hard that when I beat it, I thought about, like, what I had to do to beat it, and I'm like, people shouldn't have to figure this out themselves. I'm just gonna tell them. That crap was dumb.
It is well worth exploring this domain thoroughly, though it will take some time. Approximately as long as it would take to read an entire alchemy book from cover to cover, in my estimation. Perhaps I could assess each threat that awaits us, quantify the total effort required in each case, and... Oh, from the look on your face, you wish to continue the battle now, correct? Well, then let's go. Remember to make each move count, and be ready to change strategy at a moment's notice.
At a moment's notice. One of my favorite phrases. You have to be ready at a moment's notice. Okay. What are we fighting? We're fighting that thing. This is the thing that I need Ganyu for. Cause F this guy. Do I want another companion? Who else? I don't want any of those characters for this boss. Not for this boss. I think I have what I want for this boss. So let's grab another buff. Yeah, that's the idea. I'm glad you enjoyed it. people make content for it to be enjoyed. Unless you make it for money. Which is not me. Yet. Good afternoon, Lily. Do enjoy your coffee. Navia or Alicino? I want Navia for later.
Book alive!
Blaze over.
Where'd Bro go?
Burst forth.
No touching.
Buckle up! Hi!
Witness my great undertaking.
Gloves off!
Oh, you are? Well, it's good to know that someone's bullying tactics are working, because I tried to bully my friends into playing it, and it didn't work. So I'm glad someone out there is finding success. Yeah, you don't have to say hello. Thanks for popping in to say hi. I don't stream very much. It's kind of being a sort of unique experience for me. Glad I'm doing it though, it's fun.
Access denied.
Everlasting as the moon! Overruled!
Oh, it's Toma's birthday! We have to pick him! Also, we're out of characters. We have 2 stages left.
Over the centuries, many people and things I was once so close to have slowly faded away. Human lives are short, and sometimes it can feel like nothing of a person's legacy survives. But there was one time I was listening to a storyteller. To my surprise, their new tale was all about the life of one of my old friends. As the storyteller spoke, I could almost hear my dear friend's voice and laughter again. And scenes from the past seemed to flash before my eyes. Huh. I guess this is why humans like to write stories.
My Toma is so bad. Bro, where even is this man? What do I have on him? I have a rank 2 Dragon's Bane. 2 2-piece sets, which are about level 8. His talents are pretty leveled up, though. I always prioritize the talents over the artifacts. I really am one of a kind.
It is rather pleasant here, far away from all the commotion. We needn't be in a hurry to leave. I would offer to paint your portrait since we have some time on our hands. But unfortunately, I don't have my new palette on hand. I suppose I could peruse one of the books here.
You
Reading
built
is a
yours for
fine way to
Virgin?
calm the mind.
Okay, so this is why I'm bad at Genshin, right? The reason I'm bad at Genshin is the same reason I'm good at Envisaged Echoes. Is because I build characters in a vacuum for how good, like, their kits are on their own. I don't have team comps in mind, literally ever. Ever. I just throw whoever I want together, and if they're built to, and my logic is if they're built to, like, make the most of their kit inherently, it'll work. That's what I think. I don't think about team synergy at all, which is also why I love this mode, because this mode's all about just throwing characters together. I effing hate Spiral Abyss, man. I have never 9-starred floor 12 of Spiral Abyss. Ever. And I have no real desire to.
That rabble we fought sure picked the wrong crew to mess with. I'd say they won't make that mistake again. But we already made sure of that.
Shield Strike's a good idea. I mean, he has like the niche as the pyro shield user. I think his kit's real cool. I just, if I need a shield, I just choose Zhongli, though, you know?
With my skills and experience on your team, they don't stand a chance, no matter what they throw at us. I don't have eyes in the back of my head, though, so just make sure you got my back.
Fortunately, there's nothing in this game hard enough where you need to, like, build a super synergetic team for. Except Floor 12 Spiral Abyss.
Before I go on a long journey,
I guess Floor 11 too, but you don't need to, like, max out your character's, like, potential to get through to 9-star Floor 11.
Many of them, however, simply play to their heart's content for most of the time I'm gone, then rush to get their homework done in the final few days before my return. They believe I am none the wiser, but I have simply elected not to expose their chicanery. After all, to complete one's work in a short time frame is a skill in its own right.
Why do you care? As long as they get it done on time. What homework do y'all think Arlecchino assigns Lenny? You can't use him with Chevreuse? Why? Because you want the, like, damage buff from double pyro? Y'all think the mystery cache rare is worth it at this stage? I kind of would just rather have more characters. College algebra and human history. You gotta know some math to, like, do those advanced magic tricks. You make some incorrect calculations, and that water box is gonna get dropped on someone's head. They're gonna die or something. It wouldn't be good. Anyway, what's this last boss I'm gonna have to fight? I'm gonna have to fight that guy. All I really want for that boss... I need more characters. I want to see what this mystery cache rare is, but I could get shafted, and then I'd only get one character. I need to get more characters. Ooh. Well, we need ice.
What exactly is teamwork?
Oh, is that so? Yeah. I think Chevreuse might be my most neglected character in the game. Not intentionally, but it's just because it's another character that needs a Favonius Lance. And, my account just wants to pull nothing but stringless. So I'm still waiting on getting another Favonius Lance for her. I get all these freaking dragons bait. Oh wait, I have a Favonius Lance. Oh well, there we go. PogChamp, Cerberus is built. Let's go. That must have happened while I was rolling for Mavuika. Didn't even notice that. Now this is interesting, because I really want both of these characters for the last boss. But Wriothesley is like a main DPS, so he kind of conflicts with Arlecchino. So like, would I rather have the Navia? I don't know. I don't know. Wait, I haven't gotten Mavwika yet. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna try to roll
By ordinance divine.
and get Mavwika. You gave her the Sailor Moon polearm? I still haven't given that to anyone.
Don't get too close.
I need to.
My will embodied.
Check this out. A moment, please. Sounds got a little chilly.
Cryo incarnate.
I got you covered.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I have heard that books harbor the author's emotions. If I spend some time reading them, will it help me understand human emotions better? Do you have any recommendations?
Harry Potter.
The enemies
Dumbledore
we
asked
face are
calmly.
of a low grade. Deal with them however you see fit, but do not get complacent. You should expect to fend for yourself, as I am not in the habit of coming to other people's rescue. If you do encounter a foe for whom you are no match, simply make yourself scarce, and I shall deal with it in due course.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Who of y'all had, like, the best luck leveling up artifacts for? Because I haven't really kept track, but just off the top of my head, I think that my Eula got really good rolls. Did my Kokomi get good rolls? I think she did. That was so long ago. I think I remember, like, my Eula's artifacts. Like, look at this! It's cracked! It's cracked! Look at that! That artifact's like, half those stats are bad. Just leveled up the 2 good ones. My Eula got crazy RNG. I think my Chaska did too. Like, look at that! I don't re-roll for artifacts. If I just get the set that I want and make sure that their main stats are what they're supposed to be, that's all I care about. So anytime someone gets, like, good RNG on the low stats, the substats,
thanks for inviting
good
me.
for them. Big deal.
If there's nothing too urgent that needs your attention, why not take a seat and relax for a bit? I'll make you some tea.
My Chaska's so ridiculous.
Oh, don't mention it. It's nothing, really. I'd hate to see anyone who needs my care tiring themselves out too much.
After taking a look around here, I'm wondering whether to expand our library at the Fortress of Merpy. Then again, most of our collection consists of legal advice pamphlets and mechanics textbooks, which no one reads. So maybe not. Novels? You're right, those would be more popular. And that's also why you can never find them in our library. They disappear from the shelves instantly, never to be seen again.
Yeah, and when you, like, put artifacts on literally every character in the game, some of them are bound to turn out good. My Venties are horrible, for example. Like, this character I actually do need to go back and get some new ones for. It's like the one exception. Because I'm not even going to show them to you. These are straight bad. But, Eula, Chaska, crazy. My Ganyus are also pretty good. I redid my Ganyus recently. I put her on Wanderer's Trope. I took her off of the Cryo one. Because you just hold and shoot. Yeah. I mean, once you learn to stop caring, as long as you got the correct set and the main stats are good, that's all you need. Okay, so I think for this big boy here, I really want Mavuika. So, we're gonna refresh. We're gonna try to get Companion Pyro. Ooh, the mystery cache. Don't mind if I do. Hey. We can use Ganyu again if we want. Oh, but do we roll on the companion random to try to get Mavuika? What's my Pyro? Toma? It's his birthday. This isn't even my Mavuika. This is my friend's, because mine is like level 50 right now. We might go in. We might just pick the buff and go in. I think that might be the play. Yeah, that's not even my Mavuika. I can't use that. Ooh, we get a rare mystery cache. Oh, that's alternate cast. I got hyped. Okay. Our lineup's confirmed. Let's go in. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, Navia, Toma, Risley's gonna be my main DPS. It's gonna be the most spotlight my Risley's ever got. Okay. Oh, I might have to reset. He was doing the animation.
Let the magic veins boil. Have a safe trip.
Watch out!
Fire it up.
Letting grave names echo. Attack! That's the way.
I got you covered. Bring it.
Way now.
Wait, no, Toma has to last hit him.
Don't get too close.
Let's go! Let's go! Free. That was fun. Look at those beautiful 6 digits. Only my Navia does that. Only my Navia does that. So now, it's about time to do the Ganyu Echo. For those who weren't here at the beginning, I did get a comment that apparently the Ganyu challenge is insane. We'll see if that's true or not. Ayy. Ayy. Yes, I make sure to get all the stars because I love this mode. You don't get anything from getting all the stars, but I do it anyway because it's just fun. It's just fun. Yeah, and that's fine. Most people can't. I have a lot of benefits. This mode rewards the kind of play that I like, which is not putting a lot of resources into like 8 to 10 specific characters, but instead trying to build as many as possible. Because like, I have every character in the game, and I try to get them all to level 90, talents to at least level 6, and have like a decent weapon for them. Which is horrible for Spiral Abyss, but great for this mode. And you get like the extra bonus for bringing 20 characters of the elements instead of just 16. It just feels like a mode made for the way I like to play the game. As opposed to Spiral Abyss. Ever since I realized what the stars are, I have gone out of my way to try to get all of them. The first couple, back in the day, like, I wish I could go replay them, get all the stars, but I didn't really know what was going on in the mode at the time. Also, it was hard. It was hard. We didn't even have Visionary yet. Who cares? Pyro Electric Geo. Hold up. Before we jump into the Echo, I need to use the restroom. I'll grab some food real quick. Won't take long. I'll be right back. You only built your favorites? Yeah? Well, that's why they have trial characters. And why you can borrow someone from your friends. The one time that I remembered that the invited guest thing exists, and sure enough, I don't use the character. I did not use my friend's Mavuika. Pyroelectric Geo, huh? Geo's pretty good. I feel like Pyro is the best element and has the worst characters. Does anyone else feel like that? Because, like, Arlecchino's broken, right? But other than that, Lenny isn't very good. Diluc got power crapped. Klee, some people think is the worst 5-star in the game. Yoimiya isn't very good. She, like, has this sort of, like, buff to her normal attack that has way too long of a cooldown and goes away if you change characters. I've always thought Hu Tao is super overrated. Like, I think this is the most overrated character in the game. I never thought Hu Tao was very good. I only thought that, like, the best thing about her is her, like, attack speed. Like, how fast she attacks. So it's, like, good at getting rid of shields, but that's it. I actually think Dia's really good. Because it's sort of like a pseudo Bennett that can, like, put up this, like, pyro field of buffs without having to use her ult. But for the most part, you compare that to, like, the other elements. Like, look at Hydro, Farina, Nuvolette, Nilu, Ayato, Yelan, Kokomi. All great characters. Just don't look at Siege Wing. Just don't do it. I guess Pyro has, like, the best 4-stars, though. I guess that's the trade-off. Because Bennett and Xiangling are both really good. Toma's also solid. Yanfei, I think, is a little underrated. I unfortunately can't comment on Shivers because I haven't had a weapon for her. Gaming isn't bad. They've thrown, like, Gaming in, like, all of the trial things for, like, 5 stars. They must want people to use him real bad. But anyway. All right. So, it's time to let's talk about what we're all here for today. Let's talk about the Echo. Ganyu. This is my Ganyu. This is what I'm working with. For those who weren't here at the beginning, Ganyu only recently has Chaska taken Ganyu's place as my best character. Ganyu was my best character for like 2 years, 2 or 3 years. She's the only character I have that has a 5-star bow that has a refine. And since I'm doing this to make a tutorial, I'm not going to allow myself to use it. We are going to try to get this challenge done. What should we try to use? Just at first. Let's use let's use a slingshot. Let's see if we can do it with a slingshot. Let's see if we can do it with a level 1 slingshot. Yeah. Because my Ganyu artifacts are pretty good. Like this, like you can tell, they're pretty good. And I don't want to switch them. So let's give her a trash weapon. This is one of the few 5-star characters I have a constellation for. Because I remember trying to get some new 4-star on one of her banners and I pulled an extra copy. So I do have a constellation that most people watching my tutorial will not have. And she is one of the few characters that I've tinned. I almost never do this, but I love Ganyu. So because I've tinned her, because I have a constellation, because she has really good artifacts, let's see if we can do it with a level 1 slingshot. I have no idea what's in this challenge, but that's what we're going to try to do today. And for those who didn't see my post, we're going to do Kazuha next month. And if MiHoYo continues their pattern of releasing 2 more every 2 updates, we will be able to finally do Kirara in March. I don't think they would add 2 more next update. But you never know, they might. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? Defeat all opponents within time limit. Time limit. Opponents will deal increased damage to Ice Lotuses. That's fine? Question mark? Opponents' HP will periodically become the same as the HP percent of opponents with the highest HP percent. So if I don't take damage, they're gonna constantly go back to full damage. Or to full health or whatever. Living rain clouds, which will apply hydro. That seems pretty easy. It's giving me an elemental reaction. Surely this will be free. Surely. Use up to 3 normal charge attacks to destroy 9 targets. Where are the targets? Oh, there they are. Okay. Free. Okay. You will all get to observe the process. Here we go.
Born of ice and frost.
Opponents defeated 0 of 3. So these are the only 3.
Blaze over.
Okay.
Next access denied. We're way behind schedule. No touching.
This is long overdue. Access denied.
Interesting. So, the rain's gonna move around. We want to make sure they're in the rain at all times. So, we need to make sure that they're approximately near the center of the stage, because it takes them a while to turn around and move. So you want to try to make sure that they're always going to be within range of the rain. And you also have to make sure that your elemental skill's always up so that they will be grouping up trying to attack it. So that doesn't sound too bad.
Born of ice and frost. For Rex Lapis.
Okay, this is a reset. Because I'm going to want to have to use my alt when they're grouped up so that every shot hits all of them. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Next on the agenda, access denied.
Okay, now they're close.
No touching. Glaze over. I can fix this. Access denied. Next on the agenda.
Okay. We're not even getting halfway. So... So let's see here. No, not that. Yes. Deal increased damage to ice loads. Opponent's HP will periodically become the same as the HP percent of the opponent. So my opponent, not theirs. So I can't like get low on HP to try to prevent their drain. Yes, I know a better bow would help, but I don't want to change to a better bow because my Ganyu is already so much better than most people's is. So I want to
It's so
I
nice
want to
be
try to get it with the level 1 bow. I feel like it's possible if I optimize everything correctly. So, I need to make sure that they're all getting hit, and that I focus the one that has the highest HP. Because each shot is gonna hit the person who I hit, and it's gonna hit everyone else once. So I basically need to be alternating my shots to ensure that they all have about the same HP.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do. Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue.
What's interesting is that I'm not hearing the critical hit sound when I hit their faces. So I like can't crit these guys.
No touching. Denied. Blaze over. Born of ice and frost.
I did better that time. I think that one thing I definitely need to be doing is always use my elemental skill as soon as it gets off cooldown, so that I can get as much energy recharge as possible. I think this might be one of those challenges where you just have to like make sure that you use everything as soon as you have it.
No touching.
Yeah, because if I ult first, then I'm getting the energy recharge from hitting the first. Elemental skill. And we know it's gonna move backwards, so we work our way around.
Born of ice and frost. No touching. Blaze over. We're way behind schedule. Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue.
I really don't want to change the bow, but we might have to. If a normal charge attack hits a target within...
Blaze over. Access denied.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No touching. Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue. Access denied. Born of ice and frost. Didn't see that coming.
What is my current crit rate? 40%. Yeah. I don't think I could do it with a level 1 slingshot. Maybe if I was getting, like, to 75% of their health, but I was, like, barely hitting half. So we're gonna go to... We're gonna try the level 1 refinement 5 one, because this is basically doubling the boost that I get from it. I mean, the level's just the crit rate, actually. So yeah. Let's go ahead and try this. Because no one cares about leveling up a 3-star bow, that's easy.
Next on the agenda.
All hail! No touching!
Oh yeah, this is way better already.
Born of ice and frost. Access denied. For Rex Lapis. Born of ice and frost. We're way behind. Access denied. Glaze over. No touching.
Free. Yep, we did it. I mean, my artifacts are cracked, but hopefully the fact that most people will have a better bow than a freaking slingshot will compensate for some of the power differences between my Ganyu and the Ganyus who are going to be watching the tutorial. Yeah, this felt like, this felt kind of like a DPS check. Like, there was some optimizing to do, like knowing to walk around the beasts after, like after you ult. knowing where the rain was going to go and trying to, like, lure them more over that way. Maybe it would have been better if I just ulted immediately. Because I didn't want to ult immediately because the first one spawned so far away. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll think about it. I think I got, like, the general tactics of what you're supposed to do. Hopefully my artifacts aren't too cracked so that a guide can actually help people. Well, there we go. I've been looking forward to getting that done. Pretty late on it this month, but glad to finally have it done. The rest of the day is probably going to be spent working on the footage and making the tutorial.
Next.
Add Ash.
Well, that'll do it for today. I gotta start working on editing that into a coherent tutorial. So, thank you all for coming to hang out. Let me know if any of you are watching the VOD of this. Let me know in the comments if you think that this was fun, that it might be like fun to catch a stream like this. Because I'm gonna be making the tutorials anyway. But I think, generally speaking, if I'm not, like, away for the first week of a month, I would rather make a video of the Imaginarium Theater run than stream it. But this was fun, so if y'all think it would be more fun to stream it, because then you could also see me trying to get future echoes, then maybe we could do that.
It's so nice to de-stress.
So, thank you all for coming to hang out. Thank you all for anyone who watched the VOD. I'm gonna get to work on that tutorial.
Mm.